Hi guys, in this video we're going to carry on looking at simplifying expressions, but this time we're going to be multiplying variables. Now multiplying variables is actually probably one of the easiest ones to do, because all we do is we just squish it together. So for example, 5 times a, we just squish it together and say that's 5a, nice and simple. Same thing with this one, minus 3 times b, to squish it together, minus 3b. And the letters are like this and they're different. C times D, no difference, we just squish them together. Where it gets a little bit more interesting is down here, but we'll just have a look at this one first. 2 times E times F, they're all different. I'm going to squish them all together and say that's 2EF. Nice and easy. As I said, this one gets a bit more interesting. When they are the same letter, we increase the power. So G times G we say is G squared, because there's 2 of them. G times G, G squared. This one here, H times H times H, well there's 3 of them and they're all the same letter, so I say that's H to the power of 3, or H cubed. So just be careful. When they're different letters, it's fine, you could squish them together. When they are the same letter, we have to increase the power. Now where it gets a little bit interesting again is when you have an example like this. Now I don't just squish these together and say it's 2a, 3b. What we do is we can write them out. Now instead of writing x's for my times I'm just going to put little dots. A times and a little dot in maths just means the same thing. So when you see a dot for later on in these other examples, it just means times. So 2a means 2 times a, and I'm timesing that by 3b, which is 3 times b. Now when you're multiplying, you can change the order, it doesn't matter. 2 times 4 is 8, 4 times 2 is 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all the numbers to the front and the letters in alphabetical order. So I'm left with 2 times 3 times a times b. I can now simplify this. 2 times 3 is 6, and a times b, because they're different, squish them together, AB, to get the answer of 6AB. Why is this method useful? Because you might be able to do that in your head when you get something a bit more complicated like the next 2. So let's give this a go. So I've got 3. I times that by x squared, which is x times itself, so x times y. Then I'm timesing that by this, which is 6 times 1x, and then I've got y cubed, which is y times y times y. Same idea, move all the numbers to the left and all the letters in alphabetical order. So I've got 3 times 6, and then I've got my x times my x. You can cross these off as you go if you like. I've got them ones and another x there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 y's. And now I can simplify it. 3 times 6 is 18. X times x times x, there's 3 of them, so it's x to the power of 3, or x cubed. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 y's, so it's y to the power of 4. And we're done. And last one, just to have a go at something a little bit more beastie, let's do this one. So let's write this out. 2 times a for the a squared. B cubed now then, so b times b times b. And I'm timesing that by a squared b, which is a times b, and I'm timesing that by 7 times a times b times c. Reorder it, numbers first, 2 and just a 7, so 2 times 7, and I've got my a and a, another 2 there, times a, and I've got 1 there. Then do the b's, 1, 2, 3. Any more? Yep, there's 1 there and 1 there. And the last thing that's left is the C. Okay, then we can just simplify it. 2 times 7 is 14. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A's, A to the power of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 B's, so B to the power of 5. And then a C on the end. So hopefully that method will help you in homeworks or revision or in the test, guys. But that's how we can multiply variables. Hope it helps. Cheers.